Hello everyone. So this time I'm going to make a different type of video. So I'm going to see how the read write speeds are going to be for the Samsung X5, comparing it with I have a Samsung Type C USB which is 128 gigs, and then I have a micro USB which is 16 gigs, and I have a USB 3.0 which is also 16 gigs. So I'm going to see how much time it's going to take to copy a 13 GB file into each. So first let's go with the micro USB. I'm going to copy. So I guess this is as expected, because it should be 16 gigs, but I don't think it's giving me the whole 16 gigs of space. Let me see how much space I have. It says available is 16.2 gigs, but it looks like it doesn't let me paste. Okay, so I'm going to skip the micro USB which I have connected, and let's copy the file to a USB 3.0 which is 16 gigs. And I guess it's the same issue with that. Let me try in case if I can copy this one, which is a 9.27 gig file, and let me see if I can paste it. Hopefully it allows. No, I cannot copy that onto micro USB. How about USB 3.0? Nope, it doesn't allow. So let's copy it onto the Type C USB, which is 128 gigs, and even this isn't being allowed. And let's finally see if I can copy it here. So as you can see, the file is 13.9. No, the file that I copied currently is 9.27 gig file, and I wasn't able to copy it onto the 16 gig micro USB. I know it says it's dashcam viewer for Mac because the micro USB is for thinkware dashcam, but I haven't used it yet. And the USB 3.0 was reset formatted, and I'm unable to copy it into that as well. And then I have this Type 3 which I had already tried, and I have this Type C USB which is also from Samsung, which has 128 gig space, but it doesn't let me copy. So the only place that I was able to copy it currently is onto the Samsung X5, and it is a 9.27 gig file. Let me move it to trash, and this time let's select both the files that I have. So currently this is over 20 gigs, and let's see how long it's going to take to copy. As you can see, it's 23.25 gigs, and I didn't even start the timer. So let's delete and try it again. Move the trash, and as it's already copied, and let me start the timer, or hopefully I have the timer here. If there is any timer services, applications, timer, nope, so there is nothing as such. So let's close this, and I'll use the stopwatch on my phone to calculate and paste. So it's 7 seconds, 10, 12, 15, and it took about 17 seconds, or you could say 18 seconds, for it to copy 23 gigs of data onto the flash drive, onto the X5, which is quick, really quick. And let us also do one thing, because now I have these two. Let me go open applications, and hopefully, where is the iMovie? Did I miss it? Okay. New movie. Why it had dimmed? Let me increase the brightness. Oh, that is the max brightness. I don't need to use any existing. I'm going to create a new movie. And okay. So if I do that, I think it's taking away my videos. Okay, maybe 3 and file, import media, and because now currently I do have 2 clips here, I'm going to import selected for these 2. So now this should be over 23 gigs of data, and then let me see, where is the option to save my media, or looks like it already started importing, and importing 23 gigs from the hard disk onto the PC. It is taking, I think, about 2 minutes, which is really good and quick. So meanwhile, so these 2 files have been imported, and I can see that the data is combined now. It's still compressing the second part of it. So I think it imported the first clip, and it's now trying to import the second clip, which I guess is taking about roughly 3 minutes. Excuse me for that. Which is quick, and let's see how long it takes to finish. And currently I'm not going to make any edits to it. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and then let me see if I can share this whole file once it's imported. Okay, so it looks like both the files are imported. Now I'm going to share this whole thing, and I'm going to select the max resolution that is there, and the highest, better quality, video and audio. So click next. I'm not going to put it in documents. I'm going to select X5 and leave it as that. Next, and let's see how long it's going to take now. And I'm going to reset and start while it's already done, but it looks like it is going to take some time. But as you can see, it started at around 1 hour 25 minutes or something, but now the hard disk is being written from wait a second. Yep, so now the data is being written, it's being taken and read from the hard disk, and then it's being written into a new file back onto the X5. And just seeing the speeds, I think it's about 45 seconds now, and it is down to, I guess, about not even 1/3, but it's going at a good pace. But it only shows that it's going to take only 12 more minutes. And it says it's only going to take 10 minutes now. And as you all saw at first, the total, both the files combined was about 17 gigs. At least that's what the estimate says, but the initial files were over 23 gigs in size. And when I compressed the files before, because yes, I did join these two files as well, it did take me over, I guess, 20-30 minutes for the whole compression process to complete and for the videos to be combined and encoded into a new video. So, and with this, it is quick because right now it says it's only going to take 5 minutes, and it's been about 2 minutes and 10 seconds since I started the export process. I do not have the application to check the CPU speeds currently. But let me see if there is something in utilities. Yes, there is. And the CPU utilization is at 188%, but let's see the total. The system is about 9.26, whereas the user is about 76%, and I still have 13% of CPU. Memory is still fine, because I'm not so worried about that. And as you can see, the reads in speed is set and the reads out speed is set, but I'm also under the assumption that the speed is of the PC. Let's go for the data, and as you can see, the data read per second is about 24.8 Mbps, data write is about 22.9 Mbps per second, and the reads in is 1,120,208 bytes, writes out is 511,033 bytes, which is fast compared to what I can expect. Because my PC, when I compressed it, it wasn't at such high speeds. It was fast, but not as quick as this. And it only says 2 more minutes now, and it's been about 4 minutes since the export process was started. And it shows 1 minute, so I guess we should be done with the export soon. And as you can see, the iMovie had bytes written 21.64 gigs, and then bytes read was 29, and it keeps increasing because the file's still not completed yet. Still combining the two videos that I have. And as you can see, the data read-write speed also has increased. And it looks like it's almost done, so it should only be still a minute as per that, but and looking at it, it did run about 5 minutes now, and it looks like, yeah, it's almost done. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and it is done. So it did export. So now let's go back to the hard disk and see the file size. Get info. So it wasn't as big as I thought. So the total size on disk is about 9.41 gigs. But to encode this whole video, these two videos into single, and to generate out the clip, it only took about 5 minutes and 30 seconds. which was over 10 times faster. No, not 10 times, I guess about 5-6 times faster than the previous run that I had done on the MacBook itself, on the internal SSD. So yes, is a really good read-write speeds for a hard disk, which wasn't as expected. But I mean, I never expected to see such high speeds, but that's really high in comparison. But as I had tried before, there is still this issue where, let me see if I can at least install the file, continue installation, and then let's see if I can install the software. I do have it installed, but it didn't work before. Hopefully it won't say that I'm not using any Wi-Fi network. And if that is the case, I can just see if I can connect to any Wi-Fi or even the personal hotspot. Let's see. Wait for the Wi-Fi network to show up. Okay. So I'll skip it and let's see if the installation can happen now, or I can continue this in the next part of the video, and then I can retry and check if I'm able to detect the X5. What is happening to the installer? It's still installing, but I guess it might not complete now. So I will continue with this video, and then I will see if I'm able to complete the installation of this SSD software, and then log in and check if I'm able to register the product, the X5, and then also set a password to it. Okay, I'm going to end the video here. Or let's see, it did turn blue, so maybe the installation might complete. And let me just quit this. Hopefully it will finish. Okay, the installation is successful. If I restart, then the video is going to end, so I'm going to pause the video here and then resume once I reboot the PC. So continuing on with the previous, as I wasn't able to copy the larger files, I'm going to copy some songs. Let's see the total size of all the files. Okay. Nope, looks like there is an option here, so we can do one thing. Songs, get info, and then as you can see the total size is 11.55 GB on disk. And let's copy this whole folder, I guess, and see how fast it's going to take to copy into each drive. Starting off, let's paste them onto the Samsung SSD X5. I pasted it, and looks like the copy takes roughly about 25-30 seconds, and it's done. Now let's copy it onto a USB 3 and paste. So it's saying it cannot copy the whole thing. This USB 3 is supposed to be 16 GB. Paste item, manage disk space. So it's not giving me anything for that. So let's do one thing than copying the whole set of songs. Let's just try copying few. I guess, oh, you can see get info there. So for this, okay, looks like the untitled folder has about 6.68 GB. So let's just copy the untitled folder, just one folder with 6.68 GB. Even that isn't being allowed. So let's see if I can do it this way. So I guess we'll have to take out one more track. So let's take that out, and at least these selections should be less than the required. So this is only about 4.7 GB, and as you can see 4.7 GB on a USB 3 states it's going to take about 12-13 minutes to copy. It's not even the total 10 GB that I had copied for the X5. Okay, I'm actually going to stop this copying, and now let's see if I can copy this whole 11 GB files onto the micro USB or micro SD card, not micro USB. And let's see the estimated time remaining. Oh, so the 11.47 GB of songs, it says it's going to take about 30 minutes. Okay, at least 24 minutes, which is still slow. Let's cancel that. And I also have a type C USB, which is a 128 gig USB from Samsung. It's that Samsung Duo, which has both the type C and the USB 3 port, but I'd connected it using type C to the Mac. And let's see how fast this copying is, because the X5 has TBT3 port, which is also similar to type C, but this is purely type C. It's not the Thunderbolt port for the USB. And comparing it, the whole 11.47 GB to the type C says it's about 5 minutes to finish copying, but let's just wait and see how long it takes to finish the whole copy. So it still says 5 minutes, but it is faster compared to the micro USB and the USB 3.0, micro SD and the 3.0, but nothing can beat the copy speeds that happened with the X5, because it took about 30 seconds for this copy, whereas the next fastest would be the type C, which is about roughly 5 minutes or so. So all in all, that is the comparison of data write speeds to the X5 and the type C USB and USB 3.0 and the micro SD card. So thank you guys for watching the video, and hope you all give a thumbs up or like for the video. Thank you.